Good morning. My name is Deborah Schmidt. I'm a 3L in Effective Communications with Professor Hazeltine. This is our first video 1 assignment. We were asked to discuss the white lies of communication and how they apply to us. I believe that because of my East Texas background, I like to use colloquialisms a lot. And where I'm from, it's a smaller group of people, and we tend to rely on each other's history and make a lot of inside jokes and references like that. So the colloquialisms are sort of a long legacy of those shortcuts. And so, we use sports metaphors like you got to drop back and punt, or there's, only 4 quarters in the game, and people just sometimes don't relate that to what's being said. And I know often I use that when I'm trying to fill the gap in what I'm speaking about. So I know that is the first area where I am I'm most guilty of that white lie. The second one, however, is that I don't need to prep. And I think we also use those fillers to fill in the gaps that we haven't organized. And I would like to become more organized in how I speak to people and what I say. And I would also like to understand when I'm using those fillers to bridge preparation. And then I don't think that anyone has ever told me I'm good at speaking. A lot of people tell me I speak too much. So I have tried to become guilty of listening better. And that is something that I think I'll work on till the day I die. I was given a comfort with speech. I don't mind talking to people I don't know. I think possibly one of the white lies about being on and being off, I don't feel like that applies to me very much because I'm on all the time. And that's really probably something people have to get to know me long enough to understand is genuine. I really do want to know everything I can about every person I meet. And so when I get into a communication one-on-one, I think I'm at my strongest. But I also know that I'm very comfortable talking to a group as well because I feel very open about myself. And if you are comfortable sharing, about yourself, then people typically open up and listen and want to come up to you afterward and talk to you and share about them. So that's something, I think if you're not being genuine and you dismiss them or you don't want to hear their side of the story, then it becomes more evident that you were just presenting a face, that you were on for the podium and not necessarily because you were trying to make an introduction to a good topic and that you knew something about what you were speaking of. So my preparation, I usually do prepare longer than I used to. I have a little bit difficulty staying on track even after I have prepared. And I don't like the feeling of a rehearsed speech, and I don't like the way it feels to be spoken to when someone has rehearsed their speech. And so I am okay with the small gaps in bridging the topic to the person, and I think that that's what makes communication genuine, and I think that does make me more effective one-on-one. But I do believe that in speaking to large groups, I've had a good experience with that. I do not believe that that is something I tell myself, though. I do think that because I have a confidence about it, it doesn't necessarily reflect that I have told myself a white lie about that. I do use 1 and 3 a lot. I definitely forget to prep.